we recently had our first annual, and I'm going to call it first annual. Hello, what does that mean?
More
Look
work.
out for details next year.
More work.
We had our first annual Make Me More Like You summer Bible camp.
Away. Slipaway camp.
Sleepaway camp.
We took people's kids away for
35 kids. I call it our pilot program, right? Because I had to see, so I really didn't open it out to the public. I wanted to keep it in-house, exclusive to the More Like You kids, just to kind of test out the waters. Yeah. This is the first time I've ever done anything like it. And so it was amazing. Yeah. For 3 days, we left on Friday afternoon and came back on Sunday afternoon. We went we went to the Poconos and at a Christian retreat center, and the kids were able to get together in person to learn how to walk with Jesus. Like, it's all about, how can I walk with Jesus in this generation? Because the generation that they're being raised up in is far worse than what we were raised in. And they're going to need all the tools that they can get in order to make it out unscathed.
And the cool thing for me, because I got a chance to work with the older kids, I'm already seeing the buildup of the next youth leaders from that More Like You Kids camp. Kids who are now 13, 14 years old, and they were like, 10, 11 when we first started, to see them being able to work together and put together presentations and talk about Jesus in creative ways. So the work that you've started 3 years ago is going to be impacting generations. She received that Shambo Baba.
No
Baba.
way.
I'm not a prophet.
I receive it.
I'm not a prophet, but I'm anointed. Some people don't believe it.
But we had so many things. Like on Friday night, we had movie night, where we got popcorn for the kids. They were in pajama movie night, and we were able to watch some movie called God With Us that really kind of prepped us for the rest of the weekend. And then on Saturday, we came together, we worshiped, we broke out into breakout groups, and we had the most nerve-wracking time of all, our swimming pool time.
Swimming pool with no lifeguard.
Yeah, no lifeguards.
And the people in charge can't swim.
So I made sure I got a bunch of noodles and donuts so that kids would have those, life vests.
Obstacle course on Saturday.
Obstacle course, and everything had a message behind it. Even with the obstacle courses, like
even with the pool.
Peter
walking on water and they start sinking.
Everything had a focus behind. Okay, how can we take this back to the complete message of? How can we take this back to the entire message of walking with Jesus through faith, love, and obedience? And then at nighttime, we had our bonfire.
Yeah, that was a highlight.
It was so nice. They made s'mores, made it a real camping experience. And then Sunday morning, we had our worship time, and the kids did presentations. Like, they had to reenact all that they learned throughout the entire weekend, and to see the beautiful presentations that they were able to, the creativity behind it. And
they took leadership and ownership of what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Almost all of the ages, not the babies, but all the older groups, they actually put their own things together.
Yeah.
That shows you that they were paying attention.
Yeah.
It was their own takeaway, so that's pretty dope to see.
And at the end, 9 children got saved.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. 9 children, you hear me, out of 35, okay? Maybe some of them were a little nervous, so, but that's a seed that has been planted, and I believe that God is going to raise up some mighty leaders for this future generation.
Yeah. So More Like You Kids is still happening every Wednesday. It's virtual right now. Make sure you join. Looking forward for more in-person stuff. I'm the logistics guy, so she brings the ideas and we execute them. And again, Mrs. N is really, 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 really passionate about this. And again, that's why the parents keep always texting, messaging, saying thank you for what you're doing. Because again, children ministry is a very tricky thing. It's a very tricky thing. If you're not equipped to do it, it could be just a wasted time. But the intentionality that she put behind this is something that the kids can really learn and grow in the Lord try to be more like Jesus, and in addition to walking like Jesus.
And we didn't do any of this alone, right? We had parents who stood behind us and really helped support us. We had a really nice crew of parents who were like at our disposal, said, okay, what do you want me to do? We put them to work and they did it. I reached out to a friend of mine, Rose, and I was like, I know she's really good with children, and she's really involved in children's ministry. We planned things together, and she made herself available to come out and be a counselor. It was by far the most supportive weekend for us, and we are grateful.
Yeah. Look out for more stuff from More Like You Kids.
Because this is only the beginning.
Only the beginning.
I walk in love. I walk in obedience.